Welcome to another day of Vlogmas. Okay, so first things first, I wanted to give you guys an update on yesterday's vlog. If you didn't catch yesterday's vlog, it was all about me furniture shopping for my New York apartment. Now, as many of you know, I have been moved into my New York apartment for a few months now. I do have furniture. I do have furniture here. However, all the furniture that I currently have, I actually moved with me from my Philadelphia apartment. My new space here in New York is very different from my Philadelphia apartment, as I have a much bigger space now. So when I'm talking about like my main pieces, like my sofa and my sectional rug and my coffee table, it just doesn't feel the space like it did back in Philly, and that's just because it's much bigger. So my roommate Kristen and I have had many talks about wanting to invest in new furniture, specifically in our shared common space. We thought it was just such a great idea to kind of get this rolling now, as we are planning a holiday party really soon, and we know like, okay, our first piece that we really want, especially in time for the holiday party, just for entertainment purposes, is a new sofa. So that's what brought about yesterday's vlog, and us for the first time going into a furniture store as opposed to just looking online. Now, what did actually happen? I didn't announce in yesterday's vlog if we made a purchase or not. We didn't. We didn't walk out of the store with anything or any purchases made. So we actually had two great contenders, two sofas that we really loved and thought would be perfect in this space. And one specifically that was like, okay, we will buy this right now. However, when it got time to deal with the financial portion, the part about credit options and payment plans, that's when things just got a little bit more, I won't say technical, just more thought necessarily needed to be given before we were able to make a final decision. Again, yesterday was the first time that we actually went inside of a furniture store, saw something, and then had to talk about, okay, what should we do? So the store actually offered us two finance plans. As I mentioned in yesterday's vlog, credit is something that I am really working hard now on, especially as a recent college grad who's entering this world of adulting finally on her own. When it comes to things that I will potentially need in the near future, and even right now when it comes to renting an apartment, getting a loan from the bank, potentially wanting to buy a house, a car, credit is really important, where the dependency on your parents kind of fall through, especially if you want something in your name. So these past couple of months, I have been consistently building my credit. I opened up a credit account. I got approved for my first like store card. So when it was time to go through the like application or the approval process at the furniture store, I was just nervous because I'm like, oh my god, like I know I've been working hard on it, but I don't know like if they will offer anything or if they will even approve me. It turns out that they actually did approve me, which was like very exciting. However, the after of that, when it came to the breakdown of what the finance plans were, it gave me much more to think about. So let me talk about the two plans that they introduced to us. So the first one had a higher credit limit. The bank could say, I will give you a credit limit of $2,000. Cool. Now, if your purchase, what you're trying to buy or what you're trying to finance, is above that $2,000 limit, that will be the difference of what you have to pay out of pocket, meaning pay upfront, not included in the month-to-month payment plan. Does that make sense? So the first option that they offered us had a higher credit limit. However, the payment duration was relatively lower. So the payment duration they offered was 6 months, meaning the month-to-month payment we'll be paying is like way higher, you know, than it will be if the payment duration was, say, 5 years. Now, that was kind of what the second option was. The credit limit was lower, meaning we will have to come out of pocket more, meaning spend more money up front. However, that duration was 5 years, which makes the month-to-month payment like so low. Like, say if it was only like $30, so split between Kristen and I, that would be $15 a month we'll be paying. However, it's over 5 years. Now, the sales associate actually recommended the lower credit limit option with the longer payment duration time. However, 5 years financing anything is just a long time, you know? Since I was the one who was placing this on my credit, I didn't know how comfortable I was with doing that. Don't get me wrong, just because a payment plan is, say, 5 years, you can pay it off in a year if you can. That just says you have 5 years to pay this off. After the 5 years, that's when interest will start to accumulate. So I did what any, you know, growing adult would do. I called my mom just to see, you know, what she thought and her recommendations. My mom actually told me it wasn't a good idea. And I was kind of thinking that in the back of my head, because not just when it came to the payment plan and it being, you know, over this 5-year period, which is just such a long time to have on your credit statement, but when, you know, all the calculations were finished and we actually had the final number of what we will be paying, like the final cost of the sofa, I thought it was just absolutely absurd. I was just like, you know, it's not like I'm moving into my first home. You know, it's not that this is just my piece of furniture. I mean, I do have a roommate, and we'll ultimately have to decide what happens to any piece that we decide to, you know, go in together with. But what will happen to the sofa if we decide at the end of our leasing term we, you know, want to go our separate ways? So of course my mom like said all of that. Even though I was starting to think it on my own, my mom raised all of these really good points, and it just made me think that Kristen and I definitely have things that we need to talk about, especially because that was literally our first furniture store that we went into together, to even see what was out there and ideally what our price point would be. And ultimately, if financing does, you know, come up again, what should be our plan about that? I personally just didn't feel comfortable with financing something for such a long period of time, and especially as a new credit holder, opening so many accounts at once. Don't get me wrong, I don't have many credit accounts open right now, but having many open could possibly stop me from opening up, you know, an account that say I really want it. When I'm thinking about furniture, like, I live in an apartment and I'm just renting, and it's not like this is my like set place of residence, you know, I don't own. So when it comes to furniture specifically, like, I don't see this being a reoccurring account that I'm utilizing in comparison to, say, like my Best Buy card. I invest in technology, or I buy technology so often, that's an account that I will consistently use. But just to open up a credit account for the sake of buying like one sofa, I don't think that necessarily makes sense for me right now. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on that. I was reading the comments on yesterday's video, and a lot of you guys were wondering what did we end up doing, and some people were even asking, can you talk to us more about financing and credit? So I hope that helped a little bit. If you have any other questions, feel free to just leave them right in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them the best way that I could. In good news, everything wasn't a complete fail. We actually went to Home Goods and picked up some of our first Christmas decorations. Let me show you guys. Oh my god, how cute. Wait, let me get it all out. It's not a lot, so let me just relax and not be dramatic. So here we are. This is just a super mini holiday haul. Yes, First thing, we got these. How cute. Obviously, these are gonna go on a Christmas tree. Actually, everything that we got is for the tree, which hopefully, fingers crossed, we are putting up tonight. Kristen had a shoot today, so it just depends on how tired she is, but hopefully if I play some Christmas music, light a candle before she comes, then I'm gonna try to seduce her into the holiday spirit. We will see. So we got these bulbs, and it's so nice. It's like a thing of 100, I believe. 101 Christmas bulb. What are these called? Ornaments. And it was only $20. I love Home Goods, but I'm really in love with the color scheme. We couldn't decide at the store. We were literally going back and forth about whether we should have a silver tree or a gold tree. Kristen is more of a gold girl. I am more of a silver girl. So finding these were just the perfect happy medium because it has like silver and gold up in there. So we love these. And then we just got some accent pieces to go with those. So these are, I think has more of the gold, but it's like the rusted gold. It's not like gold, you know? It has more rust to it. So we like these. And then we got a second pair that are pretty identical, but they have more of the silver tone. So both of these match perfectly with the assortment, so I think it should look nice. We have to go through our Christmas box to see what we have. That was like the big thing while we're at the store, and the reason why we didn't get so much, because we don't know what we currently have. So today I think will be good to just kind of go through that box, see what we have, and then that will allow us to go out and buy more things, because we're literally on crunch time. We want to have a Christmas party, not this weekend, but next weekend. And also we still want to be able to enjoy, you know, our Christmas decorations before we go home for the holidays. So we are on deadline and have to move rather quickly, but I think we can do it. Fingers crossed. The tree is officially up. Woo, yeah. Teamwork. High five, girlfriend.
I wasn't looking.
Okay, ouch.